I love smoking weed. I'm probably never gonna stop, to be honest with you. Yeah, and I'm not doing it for an applause. That's just I have problems and I need it, and it makes me feel better. So I love smoking weed and driving. It's my favorite. Yeah, I love being high when I'm driving. I'm like, I don't mind traffic. I'm like, oh, company. All right. I'm like, we're all in this together, you guys. You ever make friends in traffic? That's the fucking best. Pull up to a stop, go to the guy next to you, like. The guy next to you is like. I love smoking weed or watching movies. It's my favorite. You ever get so high you like watch the credits? And you're like, who directed this? He did a good job. I think that's what IMDb was created for. People would just get high and they're like, where is this guy from? And then you're like, oh, there he is. He was in The Patriot. One of my favorite movies to watch high is Jaws. I love Jaws because it was made in the 70s, so when you watch it, it looks like a movie. I also like the way that they talked in the 70s. It's very cool. It feels like a movie. Like, there's a scene where Richard Dreyfuss wants to ask the mayor if he can cut open the shark to see if that little Kittner boy's in there. I'm glad you laughed because it always makes me laugh. No, I'm serious. It always makes me laugh. I think it's just a visual of, like, what if the little boy was actually in there? You know, like, what if he, like, cuts it open and all of a sudden the boy's like... And he's like, he was in there, Chief. That'd be hilarious. I just like the way they talk in Jaws. There's a scene, Richard Dreyfuss wants to ask the mayor if he can cut open the shark. And he's like, hey, could I cut open the shark to see if the little Kittner boy's in there? And the mayor goes, I'll be damned if you cut open that shark and I see that little Kittner boy spill out all over the dock. And I'm like, that's fucking sick. Nobody talks like that anymore. If that scene was made today, that whole scene would be like, hey, can I cut open the shark? And he'd be like, nah, fucking do it later. Don't want to get the dock dirty and shit. Also, I was watching Jaws, I found out a scene that doesn't actually belong in there. It's not proven, I just watched it and I was like, I felt. Here's the scene. So Richard Dreyfuss finally is cutting open the shark. And this fat guy comes out of nowhere and he's just like, hey! Hey! What type of shark is that? And Richard Dreyfuss goes, it's a tiger shark. And then the fat guy goes, a what? That scene shouldn't be in the fucking movie. It makes no sense. I was like, what is that, Spielberg's uncle? What is that? It's probably his uncle. He's like, Stevie, you gonna put me in your movie? And he's like, yeah. Can you say a what? He's like, can I fucking say a what? Come on. Another movie I watched high, I actually really like. I watched The Vow recently. I love The Vow. If you don't know what The Vow is, it's Channing Tatum and Rachel McAdams, and they're married. And in the first scene, they get in a car accident, and luckily, she goes through the windshield. And, oh yeah, it's my favorite part. And it's in slow motion, so you get to enjoy it. No, fuck that. It's always the guy going through the windshield. And I was like, oh, it's the girl. I was like, oh, all right. All right, Nicholas Sparks, I see you. I'm invested. She goes through the windshield. She ends up losing her memory. She doesn't remember that she's married. The movie should have been over right there. That's it. Should have been a short film about some bitch who should have wore a seatbelt. That's all I needed to be. Instead of that, the rest of this movie, this poor guy is trying to make his wife fall back in love with him because she don't remember him. That would never happen. I mean, maybe it would, but I try to put myself like in that situation whenever I watch a movie, and I wouldn't be able to do it. If that was me, honestly, and I walked into my wife's room, and I walk into the hospital, I go to my wife's room, and I was like, oh my God, honey, are you okay? And she's like, who are you? I'd be like, oh, wrong room, my bad. Sorry to bother you, man. I would call on my friends and be like, yo! Guess who don't remember? I tried. I said hello.